Hey guys, welcome back. If it seems like I'm a little bit tired, I am. It's been a trying last few days, but you know what? We're here, so yeah, you know, we're good. If we're here, we're good. But in any case, welcome back and welcome to the aftermath. I've been threatening you guys for the last couple of months that I'm going to start doing roundups of all the products that I review here, test out, and do wear tests on, and I have not done it yet because new stuff comes in, and I'm also like super tired a lot, and you know, it's a lot because this isn't my job. I actually have like 2 other jobs because, you know, I'm Jamaican, so it gets like new stuff comes in, I test new stuff, I review new stuff, and then more new stuff comes in, and then it's just kind of like, damn, when am I gonna actually do a roundup on the stuff that I tried? So I put in the effort today to start, and the way that I think I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it by month because it's just easier that way. So the first month that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the month of December. I did start making videos in November, I believe, but those first 4 videos are not really relevant because one, you guys know how I feel about my Huda stuff already. I don't really think I need to go into that. And one of the major videos from November was the Huda haul that I did. So I'm not going to do that. But so we're going to start from the items that I did in December. And it's not going to be super long because I'm not, you know, I'm just going to tell you guys how, if I still like the items, whether or not I still have the items, whether I took them back. Because even when you do first impressions, and even when you do wear tests, you know, you can like something at first, and then that can change quite rapidly, in fact. So it's a good idea to always come back and kind of, you know, reevaluate and let people know what your new thoughts are on the products that you've tried, if you have new thoughts on them. If you want to see that, stick around. But while you're here sticking around, maybe just hit that subscribe button down there, give this video a thumbs up, and leave any comments that you want below because, you know, I just like comments. But all right, let's go. Let's get into this. So I'm looking at the products over here, and I'm trying to figure out how to start. Do I want to start with the stuff that I still use and still really like, or the stuff that I don't really care for? All right, so let's start with the stuff that I don't really care for. So in December, I had done like a whole Maybelline haul, which was kind of a new thing for me because I never really used drugstore stuff, not American drugstore stuff, and I particularly didn't use Maybelline stuff. And a couple of the items that I had gotten the Python lip thingies. What are they called again? The Python metallic lip kits. I'd gotten 2 of these, and I had also gotten 2 of the powder lipsticks. The Python lip kits I do not use. I found that, and I think if you remember in the video, I had said that I didn't care for them because they weren't very long lasting, and they transferred a heck of a lot, and I don't really care for products that transfer. So even though I was like super stoked about the colors and the combination and the artistry involved with using these, I really don't use them, and I should probably maybe give them to one of my nieces so that they can play with it. But yeah, these I don't really use these anymore. The powder lipsticks, though, I do use these on occasion. I've used not the jade colored one, because if you guys remember, this one was kind of a disappointment because I didn't like the shade that it was. I thought it was going to be a darker green. I don't use that one, but of course you guys know that I like a grayed out purple, so I do use Concrete Jungle quite a bit. It hasn't even made any real dent in it though, but once again, the formula on this is not great, but I still really like these, and I probably, maybe if they come out with new colors, I would probably buy more. So the next item that I had gotten in the Maybelline haul was one of the city kits in Pink Edge. I still use this palette quite a bit. This for me, as if you guys remember, I was super surprised by this palette. This for me is a very easy everyday neutral palette on the days where I'm not like testing out new shadows, or I haven't gotten a new palette that I'm completely and absolutely enamored with. I still reach for this quite a bit. in the last, I want to say last month or so, the last 2 months, I haven't really reached for it too much, simply because once again, they're very neutral shades and they're like very everyday shades. And I've been more leaning towards very colorful looks, very colorful shadows, simply because of the season. Like, you know, summer's here, sun is out, you want something that's gonna pop. This I guess this could pop. It could pop, but this isn't what I'm looking for right now. But I still really do like this palette a lot, and I don't regret getting it at all. Yeah, this is a really good everyday palette. The last item that I had gotten in my Maybelline haul was the 24-hour Superstay foundation. And when I gotten it, you guys remember, if you remember the video, I was over the freaking moon about this foundation. I'm still kind of over the moon about this foundation. It's still, you know, a wonderful foundation. I'm wearing it right now after like probably a 12-hour day, and it's still going strong. The only problem that I had with it, if you guys remember when I first got it, was that it was too dark. But now that I've gotten a bit darker, it is the perfect shade, and it still performs like crazy. And I have actually been reaching for this in the last month or so, because like I said, it reminded me a lot of the Huda foundation, but the Huda foundation is very yellow, and it doesn't look great on me right now because I've gotten darker. So this is a perfect alternative to that, because once again, the color right now is perfect. And the color that I think this is, yes, this is 356 Warm Coconut. Right now, this color is absolutely perfect for me. And even though I had tested it out in the wintertime, and I remember, you know, like being really shocked at the longevity of the foundation, like I said, I've been wearing it, and I live in Georgia, and it is like a freaking sauna out here. And today alone, it was, I think it was like 87 or 88 degrees, and the humidity was ridiculous. And I was pretty much outside for about, I want to say about 4 or 5 hours straight, and well, actually a little bit more than that. I want to say probably about 6 hours straight, and this is what my face still looks like. So yeah, even in the heat, this one is a keeper, and once again, I regret nothing. Okay, so one of my first Shop Hush hauls included these two Italia Deluxe powders, and if you remember correctly, or if you guys remember at all, I had said that one of them, or both of them actually, were dupes for more expensive Givenchy powders. The funny thing about this is I haven't used this one. This is the color correcting one. I haven't used it since the day that I tried it, simply because I found it to be a little bit too ashy for me. So and nobody's trying to walk around looking like Casper, so I haven't really messed with it. This one I've used a couple of times, but the funny thing about this is I actually used this today. The funny thing about this is what happened when I actually used this and I had done the comparison with the Givenchy powder, it actually made me wind up using my Givenchy powder a lot more. So I've actually been reaching more for the Givenchy powder because of this. But I've used it maybe once or twice, and then I used it today and I was like, why did I stop using this powder? Like, it's a really, really good powder. But yeah, I haven't really used this, but I think I'm going to start using it again after using it today, because it really, really is a really good powder. It's a really good dupe for the Givenchy powder, and it is only $5. So yeah, I'm probably going to start using this one again. The other one, no, that one can kick rocks. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember the review that I did for my Kiko Smart Cold palettes. I still get a lot of use out of these bad boys, particularly the blush contour palette with the highlighter, bronzer, and that contour powder. This one right here, this was number 3. I still get a crap ton of use out of that, because that highlighter is the business, and that contour powder is probably one of the best contour powders that I've ever encountered, and I don't like powder contour, you know, except for my bronzer. Okay. The other thing that I've gotten quite a bit of use out of, and it doesn't look like it because I'm very gentle with my shadows, is the, but you know, there's like sparkle dust everywhere, is number 2, the Sparkly palette. I still can't remember the name for this palette, but I do get a lot of use out of this palette as well. And if you remember, it looked like this, because for whatever reason, for the last couple of months, I've been in a very sparkle-tastic mood. But one of the things that I had found out when I was initially, after my initial usage, because I'd only used about 2 colors from this, I believe. 2 or maybe 3 colors. After my initial usage, I realized that some of these colors, they don't adhere to the lid very well, or if they do, they go on very sheer. So what I started doing is I started putting down a sticky base. This pink shade right here goes on quite sheer, and which other shade, and this purple one right here goes on very sheer as well. I find that when I put down the sticky base, I get a lot more mileage and a lot more depth of color when I use that sticky base. Good grief. But yeah, so use a sticky base with that if you ever got that palette and you're having issues with it. Now, the all matte palette, I haven't really delved into it, and the only reason why not is because when I had gotten the palette, it had come a bit cracked. One of the shadows came cracked, and then the black one had lifted up, and this is what it looks like. So I kind of don't want to mess with it, but the colors in here are freaking gorgeous, and some of them are like, they look like they would be summer bangers. So I might just maybe like reform that shadow and pour it back into the palette. Alright, so the final item that I'm going to talk about is a palette that I don't have anymore, and I didn't return it. I wound up giving this palette away because for whatever reason I just never reached for it, which was really weird because when I first got it, I was so stoked about it. I did, like, you know, the review of it, and the colors were just like, wow. But I didn't actually give it away, I guess. I have this weird sharing thing with my niece. Like, she just turned 14 and now she's into makeup, and because she gave me a palette, she thought that she thinks that she could take my palettes whenever she feels like it. So she took that one a couple of months ago, and I just never got it back from her because, like I said, I wasn't reaching for it. And she uses it. She uses it almost every single day. Like, she'll just put like one shade on, put some eyeliner on, and she's gone to school. She's good. So yeah, she can keep it because, like, I wasn't really using it, and it wasn't anything, there wasn't anything wrong with the shadows, there wasn't anything wrong with the formulation. I just didn't reach for it. It just stopped exciting me, I guess. I mean, it happens, you know, makeup, men, Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me for my very first ever aftermath, my little roundup of everything that I did, you know, in the month of December. Yeah, in the month of December. That was everything that I did in the month of December. And honestly, my thoughts on the stuff hasn't really changed. There isn't really a whole lot of change. Basically, you know, everything stayed the same. So yay for that. I'm pretty sure the next month that I do, which is going to be January, will be different because I think I had a lot of misses in January. I either had a lot of misses, or after the initial, you know, honeymoon period of the foundation, or, you know, eyeshadow palette or the blush or whatever wore off, I was just like, nah, you're not that cute, and probably wound up returning it or giving it away. I give a whole bunch of my stuff away all the time. So yeah, but alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for another one that should be coming up probably in another 2 weeks or so. But yeah, as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.